Okay everybody, welcome to our next Keeping Safe assembly, and today I've received some information from the RNLI. Now usually the Royal National Lifeboat Institute come in and talk to us in assembly at this time of year because lots of you go here at the weekends, and I know that lots of you are going to the beach at the moment because I've been out on my paddleboard a couple of times recently and I can see from the sea lots of familiar Brixington faces. So I know lots of you have been going down there, and the RNLI would like us to look at how we can be safe but have fun at this time of year, even though right now, as you can see from our table outside here, it's pouring down with rain. Lots of us have been enjoying some better weather recently, have been going to the beach. So I've asked Alex and Chloe, who are back in school today, I've asked them to help me spot some of the dangers. Now, the first thing RNLI ask us to do if we're going to the beach is to stop and think. So before we go anywhere near the water, before we put on our swimming costume and start thinking about what we're doing, they ask us to stop and just take stock of the situation. So we're going to have a practice at that now. So Chloe and Alex and I, we've gone for our make-believe day at the beach. What can we spot at the beach currently that is making us feel a little bit nervous and making us think twice? Okay, start us off, Alex. What can you spot?
There's a thunderstorm.
Well, first things first, it's a bit like today. There's a thunderstorm approaching, coming towards us. Why is that dangerous if you're going to the beach though, a thunderstorm?
Because if you're in the sea, it could like if you went too far out, you could get hurt. Or
You don't want to go too far out, do you, anyway? But yes, if there's a thunderstorm coming as well, it could be dangerous. And parasols and flags and things are excellent lightning conductors, so you want to think twice before you go on a beach on a day like that. What other things can we spot?
Well, there's 3 children playing on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, that reminds me of Orcombe Point. Up here, that reminds me just like the edge of Orcombe Point over towards Sandy Bay. And they're playing far too close to the edge of the cliff, aren't they? And also, nobody's looking after them. Okay, anything else about in the water?
there's some people here that are stranded on a piece of sand.
These people, and this is a really, really common thing that the RNLI get called out to deal with from the lifeboat station. These people have decided to go for a walk because we know, don't we, down at our beach, when the sea goes out, due to the tide, you can walk out to some nice sandbars. They've gone for a nice walk out to the sandbar, and after a couple of minutes the sandbar has disappeared because the tide's coming in, so they're now stranded. So that is not a good thing to do on your own. Okay, what else? Anyone else in the water or on the beach?
Someone on the beach with just looking on their phone, and they're not looking where they're going, and they're about to something with a jellyfish.
This young man is not paying attention to where he's going on a busy beach, and at the moment, while we are all trying to keep our distance, thanks to yesterday's assembly, we're all trying to keep our distance. Actually, you don't want to be looking at your phone because you won't be able to see where you're going. You want to be making sure you're staying far away from other people. Okay, what about the flags?
So some people are not in the right zone.
Okay, can you remember which is the right zone? I had to check this myself this morning on the RNLI website.
So the red and the yellow is like where you can go in the water and play.
Okay.
The white and black is where the
Water sports.
yeah.
Yes. So this young chap on the jet ski is in the right jet ski zone because he's at the water sports area. This young man is swimming in the jet ski zone, so he's in the wrong place. These two, they're on surfboard, so they're in the wrong place because they should be in just the swimming zone. The red and yellow flags mean that a lifeguard is keeping watch for swimmers. So this should just be for people like him and for these 3 people here playing with the ball. Not for surfers, not for jet skis. Absolutely. And the reason the flags are there is because actually there's some rocks over here. This young man is swimming towards the rocks. He needs to be a bit careful, doesn't he? Okay, this chap over here with his hand in the air is actually making... Why do you think he's got his hand in the air?
Because he needs help.
How do you know he needs help?
Because I'm looking at... He's not...
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's in the wrong zone.
Yeah.
He needs help because it looks like the jet ski's about to run him over.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's got his arm in the air, though, he could just be waving, couldn't he? He could just be waving, so you need to think about... We need to make sure we signal for help. We need to signal for help. We just hold one arm in the air like that. It might, if he waves it around, it makes it look like it's a wave. So we don't wave our arm around if we need some help. We just hold one arm in the air so people know that we need it. Okay, there's two people I think, who are most likely to get injured very soon. One of them is due to the cold, one of them is due to the heat. Can you spot them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this chap here, he's sunburned, isn't he?
Yeah.
That could happen anywhere.
There's a girl in the water that's blue.
She is blue. That is the biggest danger of swimming in the sea. The biggest danger by far of swimming in the sea, it hurts more people than anything else, is the cold. People stay in there too long get things like hypothermia. Yes. And that's one of the reasons why number 2 here is so important. Stay together. This young chap's totally lost because he's gone for a walk on his own on the beach. Always stay with somebody else on the beach. Now, unfortunately, even if you're brilliant swimmers like we are, the sea is such a demanding place to swim that you can occasionally get into trouble like this person. If you get into trouble when you're swimming in the sea, the important thing is here, number 3. Float. Don't panic. Try not to panic. Sometimes the sea can be really difficult to swim in. Lie on your back, put your arms high above your head and stretch your feet out. Just move your arms and legs gently so that you're floating on your back. Every single one of you floats because you're full of air. So just let yourself float until you feel calm. And once you are calm, you might be able to swim to safety. You might be able to signal that you need help. Or somebody might be able to help you by giving you something. What kind of things could you throw somebody on this picture if they were stuck in the sea?
That lifeguard, lifeguard float, that's on.
Yeah, he's holding a float on his back. So anything that floats would be a helpful buoyancy aid to help you float. This person here has got a helpful rubber ring that he could use to help this person here. And these girls are playing with a large bouncy ball. Now that a large inflatable ball, and that is a really good buoyancy aid as well. They could throw that, and he could use that to help him float. Finally, if we're still in trouble, then telephones are important, and these are the important phone numbers we need: 999 or 112, and we ask for the lifeguard if we're at the beach. We ask for the lifeguard, and somebody will be very quick to come and help you. So please remember those things if you're going to the beach, especially if you're going at the moment, because it is quite busy on the beach, and as well as all those safety things, you have to remember to keep your distance from other people and to limit contact. So we're not going down in big groups at the moment, but you might be going down with your family, and please remember those things. I look forward to seeing you there.